Hey guys, it's Pat from Pat's Brewery, and here's another update on the craft beer pie control panel. Now, one of the things I will just call out, I realised that yes, my workbench is a mess, but except for a couple of bits over there, all of this has been used in putting the control panel together. So it's only one project that's out on the bench, so you know, a little bit of slack please. I did have a overall tidy up, and at the end of each day I am putting all my tools away, so you know, at least that's a little bit better. But let's have a little look at where we're up to. So this is the control panel, and looky here, we have our screen. You can see that I have gone for a simplified version of the dashboard just so that the buttons are bigger and bits and pieces, and that's all working still. So with regards to how it's all working on the insides, before I open up, and because I will show you the wiring, here's the disclaimer. You know, just because I've done it a certain way doesn't mean that you should, or that I know what I'm doing. So you know, take that in your own, you know, do as you wish. Don't electrocute yourself, don't burn your house down. Let's have a look at what we got inside. So we are not finished, by the way. So just to call out, we don't have any power leading to this part of the board yet. The craft beer pie is getting powered directly at the moment, so that does need to be wired in properly. It's quite daunting though, you know, cutting off your wires and then wiring it in elsewhere. So that's why I've not done that yet. I wanted to make sure that I want to try and probably do that last, I'm thinking. With regards to the actual board in here, just to kind of call out how it all works, is that the main power will be coming into the RCD up here. The live and the neutral on the RCD goes into the, I can't remember what that's called. I call it like a dink rail or something. Can't remember. Anyway, but your lives then get separated out. So we've got big wires still for the elements, and then dropping down to I think it's 2.5 mil, which is standard ring main thickness. So there for the pumps. Out of there, the big wires for the elements will be coming round. I'm still waiting on 2 new SSRs, despite the fact that these ones that I've got here would be good enough because I'm not changing the elements. We're using these for the pumps, and we're going to have 2 nice new SSRs for the elements. So yep, power comes in, round, and will be feeding the bottom. You can see it feeds there, there, and it will be feeding there and there. And then obviously we've got wires that are coming from our plugs here, which will be also connecting to our SSRs. With the pumps, I've got these wires here, which actually then go off and actually connect to the pumps, or the wires for the pumps. That's all wired around there. I try and keep it relatively clean with regards to my wiring, keeping hot going around that way and then cool going round and out that way. You know, try and just keep it in line so I can keep things nice and clean. We've got a 12 volt, and that's what's going to be actually powering the craft beer pie. So that's what things will be wired into. Yeah, I mean, it's actually surprisingly straightforward. That's about it. Things I do still need to do, and I would have been a little bit further along, but I screwed up. So you shouldn't, according to all of the forum posts I've read, you shouldn't be actually going directly from your Raspberry Pi to your SSRs, you're meant to use a it's like a mini board in the way. Yeah, I can't remember what the code is for it. It's a little chip that the Pi powers the chip then sends the power to the SSRs. It's just so that if you do have anything burns out, it burns out the little chip and not the Raspberry Pi. Effectively, that's what it is. But yeah, first of all, my soldering sucks. It really does. And so I really struggled with putting it all together. And then when I did, I made a stupid mistake and actually plugged the live into the neutral, and yeah, I started smelling a little bit of fish, which means that you've normally melted something or burnt something. So yeah, I've got to do that again. So that's going to be the thing that takes the longest to sort out. But yeah, overall I think we're in an okay spot. I mean, as I say, one of the things that we'll still need to do is get an overall power button here. So at the moment, as I say, my Raspberry Pi has got a little on-off switch here, which I guess actually I could drill a hole in if I wanted to keep that. But what I'm thinking of actually doing is taking one of the switches off of here and using that as my main on-off switch. The thing that I'm not looking forward to is, and it's the thing that's going to make the control panel kind of the most untidy, is adding in all of the smaller wires, because I try to keep the main wiring, like even in the other control panel, relatively tidy, but as soon as you've got bendy wires and bits and pieces, it just starts getting everywhere. So I've got to make sure that I kind of keep things nice and trim. Obviously the connections to the SSRs are down the middle, so we'll try and keep them all kind of tidy and in line and have everything come up. Last thing I do still need to do is drill a hole for where the probes are going to be coming out. So I'm thinking maybe we'll set the probes up to come out here, so we'll have 3 holes there for the 3 probes. I think that'd be quite good there. But yeah, we're coming along. Still a fair bit of work to do, but I need to get going with this, because we're committing to things now. So yeah, we're committing to a few bits now, because I've just registered for the London Amateur Brewers competition, and I don't have a beer for it because obviously, you know, want to give them something fresh, but need to get the control panel up and running and get a handle on how the brewery is going to run using it. So I want to try and get a few test brews in before I have anything for that comp. And yeah, just we need to get some brewing done. It's 2024 and I'm thinking everyone else have already started their brews. Jesus Christ, am I going bald? Oh, anyway, but yeah, gotta get on with this. So fingers crossed by next weekend I'll have a new one of these chips that I can't remember what the code is for, and I want to try and get that soldered up properly. If anyone's got any hints or tips on soldering that I might be able to use, that'd be nice. But yeah, I'll just struggle through it. But in any case, that's where we're up to. So until next time, guys, it's been Pat from Pat's Brewery, giving you an update on where we are with our craft beer pie build. Cheers.